There are some things you assume are already against the law. Stealing someone's car, breaking into someone's house, selling someone's head on Facebook. But until recently in Idaho, that last one had a little more legal wiggle room than you might expect. And it took a University of Idaho law student who's a mortician's daughter and a lot of questions about who gets to profit off of the dead to change that. Some people collect baseball cards or vinyl records, and then there are people who collect people.
A skull of an adult goes for about $1,200. A child's skull is worth more. It's about 3 times more. A full baby that is placed on a stick and glued together is worth about $8,000.
Not exactly something you'd expect to find online. But Desalyn Swank says it's there. Pieces of people, advertised, priced, and sold. And until this year, Idaho law left a loophole for it. Before she even finished her first year of law school, Swank helped write House Bill 856. It makes it a felony to sell, own, buy, or lease any artifacts or human remains taken from a grave or burial site, or to sell or advertise the sale of any material advertised as real human remains. There are exceptions for places like museums, universities, and medical research, along with actions performed by groups like law enforcement and coroners. Swank says these body parts come from people who stole from graveyards, or the misuse from medical research labs or donations.
The bad actors in this industry are taking advantage of legal loopholes to harm those that have been deceased.
She knows about these loopholes because, well, she grew up around death.
When I went to law school, I decided that I wanted to take care of dead people like my daddy. That's what I used to say when I was little, because he was a mortician. His foster dad was a mortician.
And if you're wondering whether this was really happening here, Jeremy Berry is part owner of Shadow Domain in Idaho Falls. The shop had a private museum open to the public where human remains were on display until the new law took effect.
We've just removed all of our human remains from our museum and made it so that they're not in public display. And that's essentially it.
Berry says the point was mostly education, showcasing retired medical specimens and human remains he believes still have something to teach.
Rarely do we sell them.
Public posts from his Facebook page and in the Public Idaho Oddities group show Berry has offered human remains for sale to the public, like this one, posted in 2023. For $1,200. He says he supports cracking down on grave robbing, but believes the law needs clearer protections for private collectors and for families who inherit an old medical skeleton.
With this new law, if that family did not want to take care of that or have stewardship of it, they can't do anything about it. They can't sell it. They can't get rid of it. They could donate it to a museum, like a nonprofit type museum, but that's about it. You can't bury them, you can't destroy them. Like, that's desecrating a body or an illegal burial. The best thing for them is stewardship.
But Desalyn says the bigger problem is what can happen when a human body changes hands, and nobody's making sure the person who once lived in it is still being treated like a person. Take the case of David Saunders, a 98-year-old World War II veteran. In 2021, his family believed his body was being donated for medical research. Instead, it ended up in a Portland hotel ballroom, a part of the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. People paid as much as $500 to watch his body be dissected. His widow said she never agreed to that.
His wife was devastated, and the only thing that came from that was a municipal code for that county. And that's disgusting. We need to do better. Dead people are not home decor. It seems like a pretty easy concept that our society has within its culture that dead people are not home decor. But apparently it's a pretty hard concept for a very few minority to grasp.
Well, House Bill 856 unanimously passed and went into effect July 1st. It didn't receive a single no vote from any of Idaho's state lawmakers. Barry says he's already reached out to Idaho lawmakers about possible changes next legislative session. Desalyn says she wants to strengthen the law and help other states write their own as well. So this conversation probably isn't over.